Welcome, seeker of truth. Have you ever walked into a place you've never seen before and somehow felt like you've been there 1,000 times? Have you met someone for the first time, yet sensed an ancient familiarity as if your souls had danced in other lifetimes? These moments are not coincidences. They are echoes from lives lived before this one. In Buddhist philosophy, life is not a single chapter. It is a flowing manuscriptone where the soul travels across time, carrying lessons, longings, and unresolved karma. What if I told you something as simple as the last digit of your birth year might carry clues about the soul you once were, and the life your spirit is still trying to complete? This is not superstition. It is not a game. This is a sacred decoding of your spiritual DNA, using timeless Buddhist numerology as a mirror into your past. Today, we are not here to predict the future. We are here to remember the forgotten. We will explore each number from 0 to 9 as if it were a key. Each one will unlock a karmic signature, a pattern, a wound, a gift, a purpose woven deep within your spirit. By the end of this journey, you will walk away not only knowing what your karmic imprint is, but how to live this lifetime with more clarity, peace, and purpose. So, take a deep breath, sit with an open heart, and begin not with your mind, but with your soul. LESON 0, the eternal seeker. Birth year ending in 0. You have lived many lifetimes in silence, walking the inner path of the monk, the mystic, the philosopher. In a previous life, you were someone who stood at the edge of the world and asked the questions no one else dared to ask. Who am I? What is suffering? What is the meaning of all this? And in this life, you're still seeking. You may feel an inner distance from material things like money, status, or competition. They don't move you. What moves you is the truth behind the veil. But here's the karmic lesson. In all your seeking, have you forgotten how to land? Have you escaped into the sky of wisdom and neglected the ground of real connection? In past lives, your detachment was a strength. In this life, it can become a wall. Your soul's challenge now is to return to the world, to take your timeless insights and plant them in the soil of everyday life. Because wisdom, when unshared, becomes weight, and enlightenment, when disconnected from compassion, becomes isolation. Practice. Each morning, ground yourself by touching something real. Water a plant, call a friend, volunteer. Bring your light into the world, not just above it. You are not here just to observe life. You are here to embody it. Lesson 1, the Trailblazer's Path. Birth year ending in 1. You came into this world with a mission and you've known it since you were a child. In a past life, you were a leader, maybe a ruler, a general, an innovator, or a pioneer. Someone who took action when others stood still. Someone who walked alone when no one followed and still carved a way forward. In this life, you still carry that fire. You may often feel misunderstood, like the world just isn't moving fast enough. You resist being told what to do. You have visions, ideas, and dreams that don't fit inside the box. But your karmic challenge is this. Will you lead with wisdom or with ego? In your past life, you may have confused control for strength. But in this life, you are meant to inspire, not to dominate. True leadership is not about being first. It's about making sure no one is left behind. Your soul must now learn the art of collaboration, to pause, to listen, to let others shine beside you, not beneath you. Practice. Next time you're in a group or leading a project, ask, Am I here to be right or to be of service? Channel your confidence into compassion. When you uplift others, your light doesn't dim, it multiplies. You were born to lead, but not through command, through conviction, courage, and connection. Lesson 2. The Peacemaker's Burden. Birth year ending in 2. In a past life, you were the one who healed what others broke. A quiet force behind harmony. A gentle soul who mended hearts, soothed conflicts, and brought people together when everything was falling apart. You may have been a healer, a midwife, a temple caretaker, or simply someone whose presence felt like peace. And in this lifetime, you're still holding everyone together. You instinctively care. You listen more than you speak. Others lean on you, confide in you, depend on you. But here lies your karmic challenge. When will you lean on yourself? In your previous incarnation, you may have given endlessly without knowing how to receive. You sacrificed your own needs for the happiness of others. But now, your soul is tired. Buddhism teaches compassion begins with the self. To love others truly, you must first love yourself honestly. Practice. Say no when your body says no. Take a day to nurture yourself without guilt. Remember, your peace does not depend on anyone else's mood. Healing others is a gift, but healing yourself, that is your evolution. You are not just the peacemaker in others' lives. You are the peace you've been trying to give away. Lesson 3. The Creator's Discipline. Birth year ending in 3. You are born with a colourful, soul-vivid, expressive, and full of imagination. In your past life, you danced in temples, wrote poetry by candlelight, painted visions the world couldn't yet understand. You were an artist, a storyteller, a visionary. And in this lifetime, that spark still burns in you. You feel things deeply. You see beauty where others see chaos. You dream in metaphors, and your heart sings in colours. But the karmic wound you carry is not about creativity. It's about follow-through. You've started 1,000 projects, felt 1,000,000 ideas ignite in your chest. But how many did you finish? In a previous life, you may have lived freely, unattached, always chasing the next inspiration. But in this one, your soul is ready to build what lasts. Practice. Choose one passion this year, just one. Nurture it like a garden. Water it with daily effort. Create not for applause, but for truth. Remember, creativity without commitment is a storm that never rains. Let your art become your offering. Let your words become a temple. And let your heart create something that time cannot erase. Lesson 4. The Builder's Awakening. Birth year ending in 4. In your past life, you were the foundation beneath others' lives. A stone in the road, a wall in the storm. Maybe a village protector, a teacher, a loyal soldier, or a simple worker who never once asked for praise. Your karma was built on duty, on structure, safety, and devotion. And in this lifetime, you still carry that responsibility. You show up. You work hard. You do what needs to be done, even when no one's watching. People trust you. You are the one they count on. But what happens when you feel tired? When the one holding everyone else needs holding? Here's the karmic challenge. In a past life, your structure became your prison. You clung so tightly to the rules that you forgot how to dance. In this life, you must learn flexibility without fear. Practice. Once a week, break your routinian purpose. Take a new route. Try a new skill. Let go of perfection. Let life surprise you. Remember, structure is sacred, but so is surrender. Your strength is not just in what you build, it's in your willingness to grow. Let go of the need to be the unshakable wall. Sometimes, what the world needs most from you is your softness. Lesson 5. The Wanderer's Route. Birth year ending in 5. In a past life, you were a wanderer, an explorer of lands, philosophies, and people. You may have been a sailor, a merchant, or even a rogue monk walking barefoot across nations, seeking truths not found in temples. You learned through experience, not books, and your soul still longs for movement. In this life, you crave freedom. You hate routine. You're constantly pulled toward new ideas, new passions, new beginnings. The thrill of the unknown excites you. But here lies your karmic lesson. Root yourself without caging your spirit. In your previous life, you may have escaped commitment in the name of adventure. Now, your challenge is to explore without running away, to stay long enough to plant something that grows. Practice. Pick one place in your life to stay consistent. A morning ritual, a person, a purpose. Make it your sacred ground, your anchor. Return to it, even when everything else feels chaotic. Remember, freedom doesn't always come from leaving. Sometimes it comes from choosing and staying. Your soul was born to journey, but even the traveller needs a home within. Lesson 6. The Sacred Caregiver. Birth year ending in 6. In your past incarnation, you may have been a healer, a midwife, or a parent who gave everything to protect others. You were the lamp in someone's darkest night. You gave and gave and gave. And now, in this life, that same loving nature persists. You're the one people call when they're breaking, the one who shows up, no matter how exhausted you are. But beneath your compassion lies a karmic wound. You forget yourself. You may have believed, and still believe, that love means sacrifice, that helping others is your duty, even if it hurts you. But the Buddha taught the middle path, the way between extremes, between giving too much and not giving at all. Your lesson in this lifetime is this: to serve without losing yourself. Practice. Before helping someone, pause and ask, am I giving from overflow or depletion? Create space in your week just for you, not to be productive, but to rest. You are not the saviour. You are the source. And your light shines brightest when it's replenished. Let care begin with you. Let your love include your name. Lesson 7. The Philosopher's Return. Birth year ending in 7. In your past life, you were a seeker of ultimate truths. Perhaps a sage in the mountains, a scribe in a monastery, or a mystic lost in contemplation. You weren't drawn to the world, you were drawn to what lies beneath it. Even now, you question everything. You crave solitude, reflection, and deep understanding. Surface-level conversations leave you cold. You want meaning, depth, the why behind it all. But here's your karmic challenge. Don't float so high you forget how to touch the ground. In your last life, you may have retreated too far into isolation. You learned much but lived little. In this lifetime, your soul is being asked to bring your wisdom down to earth. Practice. Every time you uncover a spiritual insight, ask, how can I live this, not just understand it? Join communities. Teach what you know. Laugh more. Let your thoughts walk hand in hand with experience. The lotus grows in mud, not in theory. And enlightenment is not escape, it's embodiment. Your mind is brilliant, but your heart is waiting to be fully included. Bring your wisdom home into your breath, your relationships, your everyday life. Let the philosopher learn to feel. Let the sage become human again. Lesson 8. The Master of Power. Birth year ending in 8. In a past life, you held influence. You may have been a ruler, a judge, a commander, someone whose words carried weight and whose decisions shaped many lives. You understood structure. You embodied strength. And in this life, that legacy lingers. You are strategic. You carry a quiet authority. You see the world through patterns and systems. Where others see chaos, you see solutions. But here's your karmic lesson. Power is not the goal, integrity is. In a previous incarnation, you may have used power to dominate, control, or protect yourself. Now, you are being asked to wield influence with wisdom. You are not here to conquer. You are here to build with care. Practice. Before making a big decision, ask, does this serve only me, or does it serve the greater good? Reflect on whether your ambition is driven by fear or purpose. Lead without ego. Act without attachment to outcome. Remember, true mastery isn't about how many follow you. It's about how many rise because of you. Power guided by compassion becomes legacy. You are not here to repeat old cycles of dominance. You are here to elevate. Lesson 9. The Sage's Surrender. Birth year ending in 9. You've lived many lives. And in your most recent one, you may have been a spiritual teacher, a monk, a healer, or a selfless guide. You know suffering. But more than that, you've transcended it. You've touched the higher realms of awareness. And now, in this life, you carry that frequency. You are the quiet one in the room, the one people turn to without knowing why. But your karmic challenge is subtle. You must learn when to let go. In a past life, your service to others was beautiful, but perhaps you stayed too long in roles that no longer served your soul. You gave and gave, even when your cup was dry. This time, you are being asked to surrender with love. Let go of the belief that your worth is in your giving. Let go of the weight of the world on your shoulders. Practice. Set boundaries with grace. Give only what you can give joyfully. Remember that not everyone can be saved, and that's okay. Detachment does not mean apathy. It means understanding that everything is already unfolding as it should. You are here to model surrender, to show others how to let go, not out of weakness, but because you trust the flow of the Dharma. The sage learns, when I let go of what's not mine to carry, I return to who I truly am. Lesson 10. The Architect of Duality. Birth year ending in 0. The sacred circle. 0 is the number of eternity, the infinite, the cyclical, the spiritual womb from which all numbers are born. In your past lives, you have walked many paths. You were the seeker, the philosopher, the wanderer, the one who never quite stayed but always searched. You have an old soul, wise and weathered, and in this life, you carry the imprint of the infinite. You feel out of place sometimes, as though you're watching life from the outside. You question things others take for granted. You don't care for fame, riches, or applause. You care about meaning. But your karmic challenge is this: don't live only in the clouds come down to earth. You've spent many lifetimes in silence and seclusion, but now you are being asked to engage to ground your wisdom in service, in presence, in the here and now. Practice. Find one tangible way to bring your insight into the world. Speak, share, serve. Don't just understand life, participate in it. Remember, even the Buddha touched the ground when he awakened. The wisdom you carry is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to be shared. You are the bridge between the seen and unseen, between the temporal and eternal, between knowing and being. The ripple effect of karmic awareness. When you heal generations. We often think that the spiritual journey is a solitary path, one person seeking peace, one soul on the road to awakening. But Buddhism teaches something far more profound. You are not alone in your healing. When you transform your karma, when you let go of ancestral pain, when you choose compassion over anger, forgiveness over blame, presence over distraction, you don't just change your life. You change the lives of those around you and the lives of those who will come after you. It's like dropping a stone in a still pond. You don't just disturb the surface. You send ripples outward into unseen corners of the world. A child raised by a healed parent becomes a peaceful adult. A friend inspired by your stillness makes a better choice. A stranger touched by your kindness passes it on. This is into being a deep truth in Buddhism. Everything is connected. Every thought, every action, every karmic release is a gift that echoes far beyond this moment. So when you choose to understand your karmic patterns, when you reflect on the meaning of your birth year, you're not indulging in mysticism. You're awakening the legacy of your soul. You're ending cycles of pain. You're planting seeds of peace. You're walking a path that honors every lifetime you've ever lived and every soul you'll ever touch. Let your healing be a light. Let your awareness be a mirror. Let your truth ripple outward. Kumbej, final recap, the journey of the soul through numbers. Let's reflect, not just on digits, but on the deeper spiritual archetypes they represent. 0, the seeker, spiritually fluid, wise across lifetimes, yet called to ground their wisdom in the world. 1, the leader, strong and ambitious, tasked now with choosing humility over dominance. 2, the peacemaker, a natural healer, learning to balance giving with self-care. 3, the creator, visionary and expressive, meant to transform inspiration into lasting action. 4, the builder, reliable and grounded, now invited to embrace change and flexibility. 5, the adventurer, restless and curious, challenged to stay rooted while exploring. 6, the nurturer, deeply compassionate, here to learn that caring for oneself is not selfish, but sacred. 7, the philosopher, brilliant and reflective, called now to live wisdom, not just think it. 8, the master of power, strategic and authoritative, evolving toward ethical influence and self-mastery. 9, the sage, wise and selfless, tasked with learning detachment without abandoning love. Each number is not a box, it's a doorway, a path, a mirror to your karmic soul. And through these numbers, you are invited to walk more consciously, more compassionately, and more purposefully into this life. Walk with awareness, not assumption. If this journey stirred something in your heart, if you saw pieces of yourself reflected in these patterns, then pause. Sit in stillness and ask, what karmic story am I still living? What lesson am I here to learn? not just remember. What strength have I forgotten that I now must reclaim? This isn't fortune telling, it's soul remembering. The last digit of your birth year is not your fate. It's a map. And now you have the key. So take a moment, reflect, and then take action. Heal, grow, forgive, create, let go, love, speak, lead, give, awaken. And when you do, remember, your awakening doesn't end with you. It ripples. If this video touched your soul, share it with someone who needs this reflection. Subscribe to the Enlightened Mind, where we don't just teach wisdom, we embody it. Comment below, which number are you, and what karmic insight did you feel the most? This is not just another year. This is your awakening year. Let the past guide you. Let the present ground you. Let your karma transform you. And as always, may your soul grow in peace and your journey unfold in wisdom.